Good morning, friends. Do you know what time it is? That's right, guys. That's right. Kiss your brain. It's time for Read Aloud 2. And this morning, I have a story. It's called The Big Orange Splot. And what is that, guys? That is a house. That's right. And how many windows does this house have? One, two, three, four. And look at the roof. And the roof has a what on it? A splot of orange. So let's see what this story is all about. Mr. Plumlian lived on a street where all the houses were the same. So look at the houses. They were all the same, guys. Every house on that in that neighborhood looked the very same. The windows was the same. The door was the same. The roof was the same. The colors were even the same, guys. Do you think he want his house to be like that? Look at it. All of them are the very same. Would you want to live in a neighborhood where all the houses are the same? Well, let's see. He liked it that way. So did everybody else on Mr. Plumlian Street. This is a neat street. They would say, then one day, let's see what happens. Let's count the people. One, two, three, four, five, six. Six people. A seagull flew over Mr. Plumlian's house. He was carrying a can of what? A can of paint, and look, it's orange. A can of bright orange paint, and no one knows why. Have you ever seen a seagull carrying a can of paint? No, me either. Uh-oh. And he dropped the can. No one knows why, but he dropped it right over Mr. Plumlian's house. So what is Mr. Plumlian gonna have on his house? That's right. You are right. A splot of orange paint. Look at it. See? It made a big orange splot. Oh, too bad, everybody said. Mr. Plumlin would have to paint his house again. I suppose I will, said Mr. Plumlin, but he didn't paint his house right away. He looked at the big orange spot for a long time. Then he went about his business. That means he went on doing what he was doing. The neighbors got tired of seeing that big orange spot. Someone said, Mr. Plumlin, we wish you to get around to painting your house. And you know what he said? Okay. What do you think he's going to do? You think he's going to paint it the same color? Let's see. He got some blue paint and some white paint, and that night he got busy. He painted at night because it was cooler. When the paint was gone, the roof was blue, the walls were white, and the big orange spot was still there. Then he got some more paint. He got red paint and yellow paint and green and purple paint. Is Mr. Plumbian painting his house the same color it was? No, he isn't. Do you think his neighbors is going to be happy or sad? Let's find out. I think you're right. Oh no! Look at Mr. Plumbian's house and look at all the other houses. Oh my goodness. Do you like his house better now? Do you think the neighbors are gonna knock his house? I don't think so. In the morning, the other people on the street came out of their houses. Their houses were all the same, but not Mr. Plumlian's. It was a rainbow. It was like a jungle. It was like an explosion of different colors. Oh my, I think they're gonna have something to say. Look at it. It's pretty cool though. I like it, don't you? There was a big orange spot, and there was little orange spots, and there were stripes, and there were pictures of elephants and lions and pretty girls and string shovels. The people said Plumian has popped his cork. That means something's happening. He's going crazy. He forgot it. He flipped his wig. He's blown his stack and dropped his stopper. They went away muttering. That day, Mr. Plumian bought carpenter's tools. He brought all kinds of tools. That night he built a tower on top of his roof, and he painted a clock on the tower. So Mr. Plumbian, he wanted to be different. So he painted his house all kinds of colors. Look at it. The next day, the people said Pumpkin has gushed his mush, lost his marbles, and slipped his hawser. They decided they would pretend not to notice. Look, he built a clock on top of the roof. Oh my goodness, Mr. Pumpkin. He's saying it's okay to be different. He has elephants down there on his house. His house is pretty cool, right? I like it, don't you, friends? That very night, Mr. Plumman got a truck full of green things. He painted palm trees and bamboos and bushes and onions and frangipanis. In the morning, he brought a hammock and an alligator. Look at all the stuff he bought. Oh my goodness, look at his house. When the other people came out of their houses, they saw his house. And look, he has a swing right there. That's his hammock. But he had a swing between the two palm trees. They saw an alligator lying in the grass. Look at the alligator. Mr. Pomlin was drinking lemonade. Look, he has all kinds of things, animals and trees and swings. You know what? It looks like a cool jungle place, right? His house is made of a jungle and he loves it. Pumpkin has gone too far. This used to be a neat street. Now we have a jungle. My house is me and I am it. My house is where I like to be. And it looks like my dreams and I like it. The people went away and they asked the man who lived next door to Mr. Plumlin to go and have a talk with him. But guess what, guys? It didn't work. Look. The man that came over, they sat under the palm tree and they talked all day. And you know what? The man liked Mr. Pumpkin's house. Early the next morning, the man went out to the lumber and rope to get nails and paint and all kinds of things and a yellow ship. And look, he made his house different too. His house looks like a ship. Uh-oh. And look, oh my goodness. What have you done to your house? The people shouted, my house is me and I am it. And you know what? He likes his house too. And look, and then the neighbors started making their houses the way that they like it. Oh my goodness, Mr. Plumbian has started something. Here's a castle and a balloon. Look, oh my goodness. And look, here's another castle. Here, oh my goodness, this looks like the White House. And everybody had their house of their own. The end. Did you guys like that story? All right, bye bye.